So I thought I'd do a little video about my newest acquisition. I just built myself a really nice gravel bike. I'm very proud of it. Turned out great. It looks great. Went with the Ican Graro gravel frame with their A9 integrated handlebars, fully hidden cables. Went with a combination of GR9 and R9 group set. For the front derailleur, I used the R9, and for the rear derailleur, I used the GR9. I was undecided whether I wanted to go with a 2x or 1x, so I bought both styles of group sets and ended up using the rear derailleur from the gravel group set. So I have a gravel type rear derailleur with the extra clutch in it to hold the chain from wobbling around so much, but I like having the 2x and the extra gears, so I use the R9 front derailleur and handlebar, brake and shift lever from that set. I also have really nice Ryet 50mm deep carbon fiber wheels. They look fantastic, and they were a great price of only about $420 Canadian off AliExpress. Went with the Victoria 40mm or 40C. They're gravel tire. It's not a super aggressive tread, but it's a combination of both smooth road and gravel, which will work really good for me. I bought the Ryet 3D printed seat for it, which is super light. The whole frame set, after weighing it before I got the tires, because the tires took a little while to get here, it's only 6.5 kilograms. Without the tires weight come in at a full kilogram between the two of them, so it bumped it up to 7.5. So it's around 7.5, 7.6 kilograms, which is super light. Super happy with that. The only thing that I didn't like about the frame is where the cable comes out by the crankset for the front derailleur, the hole isn't in a good spot, and you really have to work to bend the gear changing cable to get it to line up with the front derailleur stop on the front derailleur. Be nice if the hole was a little lower and maybe a little farther back to the rear, so it lines up better with that. Makes it hard to get the front derailleur in the right spot for it to work correctly. And the only thing with the handlebars is that the holes where the cables come out by the shift levers, they're not overly big, and on the left side I had a lot of trouble trying to get the cables out of that hole because it just wasn't quite big enough. The cables are so stiff, the gear changing cable especially is so stiff that I had to file the hole bigger to be able to pull that cable out. But other than that, the frame is great. It's super light with all the combination. I got the super light bottle holders for the bottle cages. I think they're from Ryet also. Pretty much bought everything off AliExpress except for the frame. The frame came directly from Ican. And as you can see, it turned out just lovely. Super light. There's my road bike. It's an Aquila. It's Canadian made. This bike is actually, if I put the same tires on my gravel bike as this bike has, is my gravel bike would turn out even lighter than that. But I love that Aquila bike. It's nice and aero, very fast, very comfortable. So, but I needed a gravel bike because I wanted to do some gravel riding. So many roads around my area that I can make more and more routes by just taking the odd gravel side road. Anyways, that's it. Hope you enjoy the video, and maybe you'd like to build an Ican. Went together really well. The instructional videos from from Ican, how to build it, are excellent. A little trick with flipping the handlebar over, putting the cables through it, and then flipping it back the correct way makes it so much easier than seeing how some guys fight with getting the cables through the handlebars while they're in the correct position. If you just flip them upside down, pointing towards the seat, put them in, then flip it over, works like a charm. I decided on this this frame set because of John from Ribble Valley, one of my favorite YouTubers, built one up. And then the group sets I decided from watching Trace Velo, Luke from Trace Velo. And I'm finding that the gears, I haven't ridden it on the road yet, but took nothing to set up the gears. They work quite well, and I'm really happy with it. One of the other things I did find that you have to go with a gravel type crank set. I tried using a spare 105 crank set, and the small chain ring was just too close to the frame, and it wasn't quite wide enough to be able to get the little locking clip in on the non-drive side. So I bought the Shimano GR9 crank set, and it went in just beautifully and works beautifully, and is quite light too. Wasn't super expensive. So I think that's about it in a nutshell. The brakes and everything went together really good. Didn't have to worry about resurfacing the mounts for the brake rotor or the brake calipers like some guys are complaining about. I just bolted them right on and was able to center them just perfectly. They're actually centered about as good as you can, absolutely perfect actually. No filing, no nothing. So again, that's about it. Bike went together quite easily, and I love it. Thank you and enjoy.